I mean, I thought, oh, a self-driving car, that'll be awesome. You know, what could go wrong? And so, I mean, I'd been using it for, I don't know, maybe 5-6 months at most. This thing was pretty awesome. I mean, I'd sit back, watch movies, relax. I'd take a nap from time to time if I'm being guiltfully honest. Until one day I was met with what seemed like a horrific malfunction, which had cost me far more than what I'd paid on the lot there. And so one morning it was like any other. My wife and I'd gotten both of our beautiful kids ready for school. And well, we'd all hopped in the car. We were going to drop the kids off. And then from there, my wife and I would head to work. We get in the car, we pull off, and everything, seemed normal. The car was preset with our GPS route and was just supposed to take us on our normal course there. And so we'd first noticed something was kind of off when we'd been approaching our first destination, which was our kids' school there. And as we'd expected to slow down, the car had just kind of went ahead and kept going right on past our usual stopping point. And, so as I'm kind of grabbing the wheel and going for the brakes, trying to kind of take manual override, my wife starts looking at me. She's like, honey, what's going on? Like, why are we driving past the school? And I'm just trying the steering wheel and brakes with no luck. As I say back to her, I'm not sure what's wrong, sweetheart. Usually we never have an issue with this. And she's saying back to me, oh, see, I friggin' told you, you and this damn stupid self-driving crap, too damn lazy to just hold the freaking wheel yourself. She's going, oh, stop the damn car, turn it the hell off, will you? And, at this point, I'm panicking a little bit, and I'm trying everything. As I say back to her, I don't know what the hell's going on. I have no control over the car. It's under some kind of a manual, remote override or something. And then at this point, I'm hearing my kids in the back starting, and they're going, oh, Dad, why did we pass the school? Dad, we're going to be late. Dad, stop the car. And my wife's going too. She's just, oh, you are really something else. Only you would put us in some stupid situation like this. And at this point, I'm just blocking out their voices, trying to figure out what in the hell's going on right now. And I just say, listen, everybody shut up. Just shut the hell up for a goddamn second. And I say, honey, take out your phone. Call the goddamn car company right now. And I see her facial expression kind of change. And she says, honey, is somebody fucking with us? And I'd seen that despite us being in the busiest part of town, her phone had no signal. At this point, I can hear my kids start getting really scared, And at this point, as my car's taking an exit off the highway, we'd kind of all just went into a sort of panic. We were all screaming and pointlessly banging on the darkly tinted windows. And we'd all kind of sunk into our seats as the car had been approaching a narrow, isolated driveway, which had led up to this bleak, desolate warehouse. And as the car kind of drives up and comes to a stop, my wife and kids are all just bracing ourselves for the unknown here. As this front warehouse door kind of retracts like a garage, and the car rolls itself in, and I'm just telling my kids, don't you worry, I'll protect you. Don't you guys worry. Whatever's in here can't hurt us. We're gonna be fine. As the car comes to a stop, and the door behind us closes, leaving us in this completely pitch black warehouse, and we just sit in this darkness for a couple of minutes until all of a sudden there is this strange kind of a gas that had started coming through our vents there. And my wife just goes, honey, what the hell is that? And before I could utter a response, the car's hazard detection system was polite enough to identify it for us as the display had read, nitrous oxide detected. In that moment, we were beyond horrified. We immediately grabbed what we could to try and mask our kids from the toxins coming in from the vents as we'd inevitably slipped out of consciousness. And the next time I come to, I am just isolated in an empty room where I had been put in a straitjacket. And I'm just looking around wishing this had all been some horrible dream. but coming to realize it was a god-awful reality. And I'd just begun screaming my kids' names, screaming for my wife, slamming myself into the walls. And it was several hours later that I think I'd finally realized that nobody could hear me. I'd eventually just collapsed, trying to not think about the fact that my wife and kids were just going through the same horrid thing in isolated rooms. I was thinking about how long they'd screamed for. If they'd realized they couldn't be heard, At one point, I'd put my face onto the cold cement wall and imagined one of theirs was right there on the other side, maybe in the room next to me. I'd said, "Don't worry, everything will be okay." Finally, after so long, the door had finally creaked open. And to an utter shock, I see an FBI agent standing there. And I just remember I'm going, where am I? Am I in jail? What have I done? And he's just looking at me in sorrow like, he goes, "Sure as hell seems like it there, brother, but no, you're not in jail." He goes, "But rest assured, the people who brought you and your family here sure as hell will be." I said, "Good Lord, where am I? What is this place?" I'd said, "My family, oh God, where is my family?" He'd kind of just taken a deep breath as he'd looked at me and went on to say, "Sir, this is a facility used by one of the most highly advanced rampant organ trafficking rings in North America." He goes, "You were part of a remote hijacking operation that has unfortunately affected tens of thousands of people. And luckily we got here in time to save you." And as my stomach's just turning over, these two other agents walk in the room and set down 3 bags in front of me. And the man continues to say, "Sir, I apologize to inform you. What is left of your family is inside of these bags here in front of you. Feel free to take as much time as you need."